you doing? What's a long time?
Yeah, long time. You answered. I didn't think you were going to answer. You haven't answered me in 2 months. You haven't answered in 2 months. And I realized, okay, I get it. I haven't acknowledged my privilege. I haven't acknowledged my privilege, and I haven't taken the time to contemplate. So I've been taking this time to contemplate and educate myself. And I've been doing that, and I've taken the time, and I've been learning about the history. I didn't know. I mean, I've always known you're Black, like, no surprise, but I don't mean that. And, I didn't think it was an issue. And I was, oh my God, how did I not think it was an issue? Like, we were just friends. And I'm like, I did ask you about your hair that one time. I did touch it and say, how do you condition those dreadlocks? Does the conditioner penetrate? And you answered me. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. I just asked about her hair, and I even touched it. And I'm like, oh my God, I touched her hair. And she never touched my hair. And I just thought you never touched my hair because I don't have nice hair. The hair is not that interesting. I don't mean your hair is interesting. I just meant it was different. I don't mean it's different, but I just was like, I wanted to touch it. I wanted to touch it. And so I was like, oh God, what the, you know what I mean? And now I'm like, oh, now you realize there's a problem? You lived in oblivion. Of course, you and your privilege. I mean, yeah, you may be Jewish and you have your own messed up history, but you're still white. You're still white, right? When you go to a job, you're still white. And all those times you told me you were a doctor, people thought you were the nurse just because you're Black. I'm like, what the? How did I not realize that you were calling out to me? You were reaching out. You're reaching out. And I've been protesting. I've gone every day to a protest, and I've been calling all the numbers, and I follow Amanda Seals now. Follow Amanda Seals. And I follow Tamika, I forgot her last name. I don't mean that as an offensive. I don't know what her name is. It's Tamika something. And I follow her, and I'm a member of Color of Change, and I've signed the petitions, and I'm active, and I'm being active, and I'm calling, and I don't want to be like silence is violence, but I'm like, who am I to speak? Who am I to speak? Who cares what I have to say, right? Oh, suddenly, I took a picture of me and my son at a protest. I'm like, this is disgusting. What am I taking a picture, like trying to show off to the world that I'm protesting like everybody else? Like, whoa, suddenly we're like, what? Who knew? I knew, but I didn't know enough. You know what I mean? And then you didn't call me, and I'm like, she hates me. I knew, and it's not because you hate me because I'm white. I get it. I get that, like maybe you resent me a little bit because maybe, whatever. We have like different body parts of each other that we like. You know what I mean? Like you have a great hat, and we have like stuff. I'm like, maybe it's that. I'm like, nope, it's not about that. She's not that person. And I was like, oh, and I kept calling, leaving messages and calling. And I'm like, maybe it's over. Maybe I'm going to give one more chance for race relations, because I never thought about it that way. I'm like, this is it, it's race relations, you know what I mean? Comments. So I'm so happy you answered, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry about everything.
We're good. We're good. I'm not mad. I've been distracted. I've been seeing somebody, and I just haven't kept up that well. I didn't know you were going through this.
Seeing somebody?
Yeah.
What, like during quarantine? You've been seeing somebody new?
I mean, it's
And you didn't call, like I left all those messages. I've been taking the time to educate myself, you know what I mean, and be active and actually put a mask on in the middle of the pandemic. Have you been protesting? I'm just asking. Have you been going out? I've been going out. Have you been going out?
I'm so glad that you've been I've been doing some writing. I still do my work in the emergency department, and so that's
yeah, because you're a doctor and I'm just an actor. Whoa, I get it. But you know what? You could have texted back. You could have given me a thumbs up. You could have a little validation, because you know what? I'm codependent. I need a little bit of validation, okay? Little bit.
You're doing a great job. Thank you for protesting. That's awesome.
Okay, I'm not buying it. You know what? Whatever. I feel like, am I doing this for nothing? I mean, no, I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it.
I mean, like you can protest for more than just me. It's
Where are you? Where you're out there getting lead while I'm out there protesting? What are you doing for our people? Our people.
Our people?
Sorry, my bad. Talk to you later.